Hi, this is Tapcat. Welcome back to the Banner Saga 2. I gotta get used to adding that 2, don't I? We are camped. I think we're ready to go. I've talked to everybody we need to talk to. I don't really need to worry about promoting anybody. Not yet. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go. Our morale is high. I think we're good. And hopefully, we will have some good progress here and maybe get in a fight this time. Last installment was pretty darn quiet. Ahead, driftwood is collected, creating an impressive barrier for the longships. Alternatively, going ashore has its own risks from whatever might be lurking in the trees. Okay, I think rowing hard and trying to break through would be moronic. Bank the ships and set all axemen to chopping. That could take a while. Prepare for portage. We'll carry the ships around. Are long ships made for that? I mean, with Varl, you probably could do it. It's got to be either 2 or 3. But I think we'll go for 2. Driftwood is collected, an impressive barrier. Some of the axemen could be in trouble. That's my only concern. Like, what if you're chopping on one of those piles and the whole thing shifts underneath you? You could just be swept away. That's a little scary. Oh my god, this would just be terrible. But I'm going to do it. The ships groan as they're hoisted onto shoulders and marched across land. Navigating through the riverside brush takes time, but everyone pulls through unscathed. As the ships push off once again, dredge appear on the bank, a silent reminder of their constant threat. I am pretty certain that at least one of those other options would not have gone that well. We might make it down this river to the capital without any more trouble. You look at Ivor, surprised by his optimism. And I might sprout wings and start flying. Would that make up for your missing arm? Wow, that's a really funny joke. Not. Hey, I get to make jokes about losing my arm, not you. Yeah, that's... I suppose that's fair. So, what are you worried about now? I think you should make use of this trainer and his tent that we haul around everywhere. You can't hesitate anymore when it comes to killing others, not when it comes to protecting your own. Let's bank the ships and make sure you're ready by challenging your skills. Wow, we're going to do all this just to bring back the training tent. Okay. Well, come on in and let's have a look at you, Sven, the trainer says. After a quick assessment, he says, yep, looks like you could stand to learn a few things. I've got 5 challenges for you, and if you can finish them all before we get to Arborang, well, I'll let everyone know you've impressed me. Ha! Sven's laughter is full of phlegm. God. Let's start with a few of the basics. You think about what he's saying. You feel up to the challenge? Sure. Then we begin. Okay, so the kind of hand-holding stuff continues, I'm afraid. Click on an objective marker to see detailed instructions. Form a shield wall. Position your raider adjacent to an ally. Kill an enemy using puncture. If your archer is stationary and the enemy's armor is damaged, kill him. Okay. Using heavy impact to damage 3 enemies at once. When Hakon or any Varl warrior attacks a target, all enemies adjacent to the target also take damage. Oh, so I don't get to move anybody. Okay. Awesome. Well, I mean, I could form a shield wall right now. so that's one down. Ouch. I'm going to form another shield wall too while I'm at it. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's awesome. This is what's annoying about not being able to move my guys. So now my archer gets wrecked because she was standing, you know, in range of one of their guys right from the start of the battle, and I couldn't change that. You know, I probably can't change it now either because they seem to have really good range. Oh, you're kidding me. Well, I guess I should have known, but it doesn't, whatever. Oh my god. So basically I have Hakon and these two, and now it's official. Oh, okay, it's your turn. Alright. Well, I'll come here. Well, this is actually not going to be a good fight for me. We're going to take a crap ton of damage. Thankfully, you know, it doesn't count in a way. Like, I don't have to worry about there being lasting ramifications here. But Hakon is really the only one who's going to do much for me, I fear. Well, this will help a little. Alright. This will help a lot. Alright. I think we're just about there. Let me do this. I guess the difference between him having 3 health... Well, actually it does matter. Because when I kill this guy, now this dude will just die. So that's cool. Alright. Well, that was a far from impressive victory in my eyes. Oh, yeah. I mean, the problem is I couldn't really do this very well because the archer got killed right at the beginning, and then they never really what am I trying to say, like, here, let me come back in. Yeah, I just want to spar. I'd like to do that one more time and see if okay, see if we can actually do what they asked me to do, basically. Alright, let's get Mogger. And is Gris? Yeah, he's kind of a tank as well. And then Hakon is pretty beastly, so that's fine. And then, like, we'll have her and Oddleaf. Oh man, I haven't played with Luden in a million frickin' years, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, I don't know if those challenges will still apply. If they don't, I guess I won't bother finishing this. Oh my god, I know what the training tent is. Okay, so... Holy crap, do they have enough guys in here? That's bonkers. Once I click ready, if those goals aren't there, I won't even bother to continue. Okay, bring you here. I'll bring you here. That's fine. Alright, no, it's not. Okay, so we're going to end training. End training. Thank you. Okay, so let me come back in. There was... What can you show me? So let's try this. Yeah, so that's what you have to do if you want the challenges. So now what I want to see is, do I have to get all 3 in one match? Yeah, so forming the shield wall is back up. You have to do all 3 of these in one battle. But what really annoys me is the fact that I don't get to do any of my normal adjusting. So I can't move her. I can't make any kind of formation. I can't adjust our priority. I don't get to do anything. I mean, I don't really know what else I can do. Actually, it's too late now because I can't undo my move. I realize that the way these guys get tore up when they get hit, I shouldn't give up that first turn. I should just move up and attack. I wanted to form the shield wall. Okay. Maybe I should have moved him forward. I probably should have. Okay, so I'm going to move her back. And let me see if I can hurt this idiot. I got to try to set him up to die. I'm just going to at least try to keep her alive is kind of my goal here. Alright, so at least I weaken this guy. So he will not kill her solo. And I'll take all the armor of his I can. Yeah, I definitely was foolish to not use him on my first turn. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Use heavy impact to damage 3 enemies at once. So, what is this now? Attacks target all enemies adjacent. Yeah, so I'm not going to get it. Part of the problem with this ability is you have to have them in the right formation, and I don't get to control that formation. So since there weren't 3 standing together, I don't accomplish it. I guess I'll come over here. Oh, she moved, so I also won't... Boy, you need a lot to go your way to get this. I mean... I think part of my problem is I'm used to... I'm being stupid. I'm used to just thinking about, like, what move makes sense, and then I do it. And... what I need to be doing is like everything focused around the idea of how to accomplish these 3 things. And I'm not. So it's wrecking me. And she's not close enough. So once again, I can't get it. But it doesn't matter because if I can't get them all, getting 1 means actual nothing. So... awesome. I might as well just do this. Alright, now Hakon will kill him. He's the only one in this group that can actually kill anybody. Alright, so that didn't work out. let's go ahead and talk to Avond. You watch for a moment as Avond, Juno's apprentice and the mender found nearly dead at Ridgehorn, moves his staff in a complex pattern, repairing some armor. Not a bad festival trick, right? Care to give it a try? Sure, why not? Alright, here, try this. He makes an intricate motion with his staff, and broken links in the armor fuse together. You try to duplicate his motions, but nothing happens. Avon smiles. Anyone can be a mender, but the training can be difficult. I'm not sure I like the way that sounds. You've already completed many of the lessons, tending to wounds, endurance trials, focus amid distractions. It comes naturally to you. Then what would I have to do? No, but a lot of others here have done the same. And your ability to always think of others is something that sets you apart. Oh. You'd have to practice day and night. Avon looks up toward the unmoving sun. You'd have to practice quite a bit. It wouldn't be easy. It might not even be popular with the clansmen. They're a little skittish around Juno and me. You're not making it sound that great. I've never been much of a recruiter, but mending has its advantages, both on and off the battlefield. Like using lightning to bring down an ancient Varl bridge? Avon grins and picks up the armor. Hopefully not. Anyway, mull it over, and we'll talk about it again. I've got to check on the fighter who was wearing this. Interesting, the idea that you could, in theory, become a mender. Alright, well, let's go ahead and head out. We spent a lot of time on that training. To very little effect, unfortunately. Clansman forage plus 14. You look at all the food freshly placed in the supply carts. What's all this about, you ask Oddleaf. The clansmen are trying to help as much as possible now, she says. Whenever they can, they'll forage for nuts and berries, or fish and hunt. She hands you a piece of fruit. They may not know how to fight, but they can keep us alive by keeping us fed. I mean, I'm good with that, because honestly, I would really like to spend renown on promotions. I mean, that was my big drawback last time, is we just couldn't get enough promotions. Time on the cramped longships is proving too much for the children. They're climbing ropes, interrupting rowers, and constantly leaning over the sides to touch the water. Some Varl and clansmen look annoyed. Yeah, let's move families to specific longships. You order the longships alongside each other before revealing your plan. Some are shocked and reluctantly follow, while others agree with your decision. The rearrangement takes more time than you expected, but the vessels are soon moving again, with children only climbing over those with children of their own. I personally think that's a good trade. Because you really don't want kids, you know, going bonkers with all these other people. And the reality is that you can't stifle that day after day. A crowd begins to cheer from one of the longships as a man struggles with his fishing net. As his catch nears the surface, some voice concerns. You're close enough to make out a large shape and what looks like fur or hair in the net. Like what? I'll keep watching. A bear cub, shouts the man with a net. Long dead. What's it mean? Superstitions blow across the ships like a gale. Talk of plagues and famine make eyes go wide. You notice Bulwark at the bow of his ship, staring at the cub and brooding more than usual. Huh. I mean, couldn't a bear drown? Is that not a thing that could happen? Maybe a flash flood or something like that? It's only a cub. A desperate-looking lot of adults and a varl stand on the shoreline waving you down. You probably look similar going anywhere with Ivor. They look hungry, but can they be trusted? We haven't had great luck with strangers. But we'll slow down. The basics, the varl says. Food, safety, trade routes are empty. Of the 24 humans, half look like they've seen battle. Come aboard. You'll have food and safety. Everyone carefully files onto a couple of the less burdened ships and starts eating. Clip, the varl says, which you take as his name and as his appreciation. Oh, that's cool. Our morale actually improved after that. It makes me a little anxious, you know, taking on new people, but smoke from a village catches everyone's attention and the longships begin to slow. I doubt these scraps of wood we're floating on can hold many more, Ivor says. You feel the governor's gaze on you and he slowly shakes his head. You want me to turn my back on them? It's not that, Ivor says. It's just that if you try for too much, sometimes you're worse off than not trying at all. I mean, we don't really need supplies. I'll just say ignore it. The other ships follow your lead while nearly everyone averts their eyes from the smoking village. Ruga looks impressed. I mean, I didn't realize stopping at a village automatically meant that you were going to try to help people. But apparently it does. A large clump of hazelnut trees looks like a good place for clansmen to stretch their legs and gather supplies. Once on land, the children laugh while kicking around leather-wrapped balls of rags. You notice a varl on the edge of the clearing silently staring into the woods. He's watching a lone dredge grunt stalk a squirrel. Might be 100 of them in these woods, the varl's whisper is still loud enough to scare the squirrel and alert the grunt. It looks at you and the varl before slowly backing up. Let's kill it before it alerts other dredge. Your arrow wedges in between two plates of stone armor, and the dredge cries out in a strange warble. That might not be good. It runs, eluding your second shot before disappearing in the trees. The varl, who made no move to chase the dredge, says, "We'd better get everyone to stop looking for food and head back to the boats." He sounds vaguely irritated. I'm going to say I may not have made the right call there. Everyone watches the shoreline in silence, but no sign of a dredge force is spotted. Some complain about running from a single dredge, but most just stay quiet and vigilant.
Carved rock on a vacant island. Azalai's godstone almost looks lonely.
She's even more beautiful than the songs say. She looks a little run down to me. Poor thing. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that it had shifted now for me to play again. The clansmen in Varl are admiring the godstone when you notice some are missing. Its bulwark and his ravens, Aleo says. They looked rather upset by my music and all the singing. He shrugs. If they'd rather hang around that large cart instead of joining us, I won't take it personally. But come closer. Let me introduce you to eerily, the god of streaming waters. She is the curves of every river, a guide for those of us traveling unfamiliar lands. The skald runs a finger over small etchings in the stone, inscriptions from all those who were lost but found a way back home with her help. Let's search for anything of value. Nope. As you return to the pitched camp, Aleo pulls you aside. We all have our strengths, and mine is in stories that may very well benefit us all in these troubled times. They're at least worth a listen. He doesn't sound upset. It's a simple request. Oh well, sorry. I guess I should have listened to him babble on more. I know, yes. It's the number of fighters and clansmen. It's important to keep enough trained fighters available. Speak to Sven to start training some of your clansmen. Okay, well that's new. Teaching fighting to the young. They won't go back to hunting and foraging for food, you know. Sure you want to go through with this? Yeah, okay. For some of them. Let's go in the middle. 100 new fighters will be fine. We got enough food and water to last us a day and a half, Sven asked. That's what it'll take for me to break them from running at the first sign of trouble. Make it happen. Okay. All right. And let's go ahead and rest. Oh God. It's telling me to rest because of my morale. Well, that's why I was going to rest. Thank you. Let's go ahead and talk to Hakon. The two Varl look deep in conversation, but Ivar catches your eye and waves you over. So they've all armed themselves and are running from something. But what? Hakon's becoming a dredge scholar, trying to understand the motivations of our enemy. It's just strange that we've never seen their women fight until recently. Good thing, too. We might have lost the Great Wars. You think about what to say. Juno says there's a darkness coming. But what Valkas say and mean aren't always the same. They speak in riddles and prophecy. Still, it might explain why the dredge are everywhere, like someone kicked an anthill. Maybe whatever's coming hit them first. Or maybe it's just a new tactic for a new war. If they've learned to crack the ground and call a giant serpent, then we're all dead and just don't know it yet. Has anyone ever talked to a dredge? Both Varl look at each other. There are rumors that some have tried and been killed in the process. A lot of nonsense. Skald tells about the sound of a dredge's voice making your skin fall off. So there's been no communication with the enemy. Is that normal? We were too busy killing to worry about a fireside chat. Besides, they only ever make warbling sounds. I'd guess if anyone has talked to him, it'd be the Valka, but good luck getting them to give you a straight answer. What happened back then? A great deal of killing on both sides. Imagine waking up to dredge attacks every night. Back then, the sun actually set. You'd wake up to a sound and see nothing but glowing eyes around you. Ingvar probably told you we never got close to pushing them back to the depths they call home. Actually, Ivar has never said much about the past. Oh? Ivar says nothing, just holds Hakon's stare. Well, he's probably got more stories than you could hear in your short lifetime. I'll leave you two to figuring out the big issues. You should know the clansmen have been talking about us killing women and children, dredge or not. It's not sitting well with everyone, which is probably the way it should be. I say if it's us or them, we make sure we're still standing. Yeah, I'm with Hakon on that one. I'm bothered more by your decision to destroy Einertoft's bridge. Let it go, Hakon. It was the best decision at the time. To collapse a bridge that cost thousands of Varl lives to build? If it weren't for your damn horns, Ingvar, I'd swear you were an overgrown human. The two giants begin trading insults, and you step away, letting them vent. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't really understand all the hand-wringing about, oh my gosh, it's a woman. Like, these creatures are attacking you. They are doing their total best to kill you to the last man, woman, and child. So what are you going to do? Like, throw down your weapons and just go, well, go ahead and kill me because I'm not willing to do it to you. These creatures invade your land and they are trying to kill you to extinction. I really have to say that, like, yeah, gender's not going to keep me from taking care of business there. But that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm too cold-blooded. At any rate, I think we've probably done enough for this installment. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it here for now. And when we come back, I guess we'll continue our journey down the river. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope we see you next time.